It's already been called the worst humanitarian crisis in Africa, and now the United Nations says the situation in Somalia is about to get much worse, with vast swathes of the country just a step away from famine. Last week, we sent a cameraman to a clinic for malnourished children on the edge of Mogadishu. Some viewers may find the images he filmed there distressing. John Sparks has this exclusive report.
Just a few minutes past 8 at the clinic in Afgoya. It hasn't been open for long, but it's already full. Hundreds of young children and their anxious parents jostle for space and clamour for treatment. There are 80 beds here for the severely malnourished. Every one has an occupant. Dazed and immobile, these children are the product of prolonged starvation. Their condition worsened by fever, diarrhea and dysentery. This is Somalia, war-torn, ungovernable and on the edge.
The situation in Somalia today is verging on the catastrophic. During the last 3 to 4 weeks, we have seen a 200% increase in the number of children admitted to our nutrition projects. And these children are coming from further and further away.
More than 1,000 children now journey to this modest facility every week, their diet supplemented with a high-protein peanut paste. There are only a handful of clinics to do the job, though, and their responsibilities are growing.
There is a perfect storm building. We're talking about the increases in the prices of the basic food commodities, some of which have increased by 150 to 200%, partly brought on because of the drought that is being experienced in certain parts of the country at the moment. And on top of that, we have a deteriorating security situation.
For 15 years, Somalia was a battleground populated by powerful warlords, yet the worst fighting has come in the last 24 months. An Islamic regime was overthrown by neighbouring Ethiopia with American support. A bloody civil war rages, largely on the streets of Mogadishu. Residents now call it Baghdad on sea, but there aren't many left. Some 700,000 have fled for their lives. While torn from within, Somalia is not immune from global pressures. Rising food prices brought people out onto the streets last week. The main staples, if available, are out of reach for many now. 5 were killed in the ensuing riots. The man charged by the international community to bring stability to Somalia, the nominal president, Abdullahi Yusuf, was in Paris, and he seemed far removed.
You had riots this morning in your country. 2 people were killed because of the famine.
What happened today in Somalia?
You had some.
I don't know what happened today.
You had some riots.
Well, this is what's happening. We've obtained this UN analysis. Over the last 3 months, a huge swathe of the country turns red, designating a humanitarian emergency. 2.5 million people now at risk of starvation. A country close to famine. A clinic trying to cope. Images like these triggered a massive US-backed response 16 years ago. But that was then. This time Somalia is on its own.